Beautiful day, unlimited sparkle, and you're watching Live Unbound with Liv Kissper. Today I'm going to give you some groundbreaking, amazing questions to ask for a completely different game in your sex life. And yeah, when I was younger, in my teenage years and early 20s, I thought that having sex is like in movies. Just do it really fast and spontaneous and passionately, and there's no space for talking. What are you talking about? And then, of course, I would be getting hurt but time after time, be crying so much. I'll be creating so much drama and completely unnecessarily because I didn't know how to communicate before I have sex. I was just assuming a bunch of things. And I hope that in some ways you are a little bit like me, at least at some point. And I hope that you will find these 3 questions or these 3 different things to communicate super useful. They are so useful because they will transform your relating to the person that you are in love with into really authentic relating. And that authenticity is with you and with the other person too. And why am I talking about sex? Because nobody really talks about this. And this is the most important thing. And when I was at school, I would be thinking about sex all the time. I mean, college, high school, whatever, all those school years. But we would have to be learning math and biology and stuff. But this is just like, this is the shit, guys. This will really transform everything. So what are those 3 things I would be talking about? I would be asking. So imagine that you're on a date and it's getting really hot. Maybe you're already making out. And instead of just jumping into something like that, then just pause and say, hey, do not talk. I would like to ask something. And those 3 things to talk about are, number 1, if we had sex, what would that mean to you? Super important question. Because imagine you have one person who wants to have sex just for fun, and for another person, sex means marriage or a serious relationship. And then these people obviously it's just gonna become a drama because there's different expectations. So really check with yourself. What does it mean for you to have sex? And then share that with this person. And then you can decide, like, wow, actually, do I really want to have sex with them based on what I'm hearing? Now, question number 2, also very important. And you might think is, of course, but actually so many people never ask because we assume that the person that is dating you or making out with you is only with you. But that's often not the case. So ask question number 2, which is, if we had sex, is there anyone else who would be affected by that? And that means not only if the person is in a relationship, they might be married, they might be having a long-term relationship or long-distance relationship, or they might have some ex-lovers that are still not completed with, and there's always like someone hanging around. So really have that conversation and be also honest with yourself. Maybe there needs to be some communication happen before you have sex, just so you feel really aligned with that person and you know that what you're doing is in alignment with you and with your highest desires, not just with that one desire that you know what I'm talking about. And the thing number 3, I say a thing because the number 3, I call it the Tantric Trio. And that's super cool because this is, imagine that you are already having this space and fine, we are aligned, they don't have anyone else, or they do have some people and I don't mind. We are aligned because sex means the same thing for us and we feel like, wow, this is going to be great. But you still need to ask 3 questions, or you need to be discussing this Tantric Trio that I call. So what is the Tantric Trio? It's usually used in Tantra, in tantric practices, but I use it for everything because it's so good. So the first would be discussing fears, second, desires, and third would be boundaries. I feel so nervous today talking about this. But again, fears, desires, boundaries, and really open up and talk about these things openly. The more vulnerable you can be with this person, the more vulnerable they will be. And you can really start feeling that vulnerability between you two and that creates that connection, and it really creates authenticity. And if you don't talk about your fears, desires, and boundaries, or if you don't even know that you have fears, desire, boundaries, then this is what later translate as a lot of drama. So I really hope that you can start practicing with all these 3 different things, including the Tantric Trio, because it will really put you in the space of authenticity. So from now on, you don't need alcohol because you don't have to be bonding through things like that. You can really be bonding through authenticity. I just love that word. It's so hot. It's really, if you can be truly authentic with someone and talk about things that are so vulnerable to you, you will feel that maybe like a little blushing rising in your face and like sweaty palms and hotness in your whole body. Well, this is already a turn on. This is the first stage of orgasm, and you can base your sex life on that. And it's so beautiful because you will be connecting with that person on such a different level than just through fantasies and expectations and assumptions. So let me know if you liked these tips. I hope you will use them, even though of course it's hard to remember and to use, but they are like life-changing. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Please share this video with anyone you know that might be in love right now or about to do something they would regret later. And let me know in the comments all your different opinions and experiences even. It's always interesting to read. And how far are you willing to go to play unbound?